we appreciate it. Mike and Carrie, appreciate you letting us tee it up for you and you packing the house for us so that everybody knew they could get a seat. Guys, we're excited to be talking to you tonight. I'm loving this concept, the breakouts, and the ability to get more in the weeds on some of these topics about how to really grow your business and how to make some money. Because ultimately, isn't that what we're here for? We all want to just make some money and get rich. Have fun, make money, make a difference. So I am fired up to be on stage with Jeremiah Adaki, Apostle Jeremiah Adaki, a man of unbelievable background and what he's accomplished in his life in Nigeria, where he was head of over 120 churches. And then he's brought that passion and that mission in ministry to the United States. He lives in Houston, and he's doing the same thing here in the United States. And he's just a man of influence because he's a man of character. And the cool part about how we found him was just simply this. We did what Andy's always taught us to do. So I made Emily 23 years ago. You talk about planning out your business. Before the alliance even started, we literally planted the seeds for Emily they're not recording this, are they? So Emily, Emily was fired up to join the alliance when she graduated college and went full time with us. She just started recruiting and calling licensed agent lists and doing QRA type things, just talking to licensed agents. And she found in Houston, Texas, she spoke with a woman, Stella Nwabuniki. And Stella got fired up, and she got started working with us and was doing some good work. And she had been with us almost a year. And Emily had actually gone, for those of you who were at family reunion, Emily told the story about sparkles and that whole thing. And she was doing ride-alongs, and she actually went to Louisiana, and she went to Dallas, and she went to Houston. While she was in Houston, doing what Andy had taught her to do, Jeremiah had actually been talking to Stella about what other options were out there. There were some things going on where he was, and he wasn't happy, and it was perfect timing. But part of that perfect timing was the fact that Emily was on the road, traveling, driving depth. And so, Jeremiah has just been such a blessing for our business. He set the rest of the organization on fire. And, the quality business, the quality of people that he's brought on the team. It's not just Jeremiah writing a lot of business. I think we had 16 unique writers last month in the Adaki organization. And it's probably going to double in the next 60 days. And we'll have close to 40 unique writers throughout his organization. And it's just a blessing, and these guys are out there. That's the point. These guys are out there if you're looking. But you got to be in the hunt. You got to be having the conversations. You got to be looking, and you got to be open to opportunities. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get rolling. And I'm going to let Jeremiah introduce himself.
Hello. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. I am fired up. I am super excited to be here, and I really want to thank God for Mr. Andy and the management of Alliance for giving me this opportunity to share what is helping me to win in my business. This business, you are in this business for yourself, but you are not by yourself. Yeah, it's your business, but you have people around you working with you. My name is Jeremiah Adaki. I'm a pastor for over 26 years, and God has been so wonderful. So I came to the United States to start a church as led by the Holy Spirit. And when I started the church, I discovered that in America, it's not the same like in Africa. Because I asked myself a question. Is it that the people here don't love God or something? Because you call them in the morning, you want to maybe talk to a member, they say, oh, I'm at work. This is, I'm at work. I'm at work. It's like you're by yourself. And I was looking for something to do. As I was praying, the Lord said, I have to do something. I said, Lord, show me that thing. Until I stumbled on this business. was somewhere, cut long story short, and came to Alliance here, and things are really happening very well. Can we go to the PowerPoint? I'll be talking or presenting briefly on what I title it, Building Strong Insurance Agency. Building what? Strong insurance agency. Very vital, very crucial, very important. Pay attention. You will pick something that will turn your business around. Let me begin by saying that everyone desires success in whatever thing they do. Success is a universal desire. Everyone yearns for success in one form or the other. But unfortunately, not everyone will succeed, or not everyone is succeeding. You must know what to do, how to succeed before you succeed in business. And some people get discouraged because by the time they push, keep pushing, and it's like nothing is working, they give up. But in insurance business, if you really want to succeed in insurance business, you must be a very strong recruiter. Because recruiting is the lifeline of insurance business. Very important. Now, if you write a policy, it's like you driving to Chick-fil-A to go and get French fries. Yeah, and when you eat French fries, that's all. But if you have a recruit, it's like getting a Chick-fil-A franchise. So every recruit that you have, when you train such a recruit, develop such a person, and that person become a producer, and that is how you will keep moving. If you recruit, some people may give up. Keep recruiting. But one of the ways, as we're discussing, as you recruit, taproot. Go down 2-3 times below that person and get somebody there. If the person quits, at least somebody comes from there. Very important. Let me say this. Nobody will rise in insurance business and be very successful without recruiting. You recruit them, and one of the secrets that I discovered is that if you recruit people that are new, they never had license, you train them, give them license, those people will be very focused. Am I talking to somebody here? Yeah. Very important. Now, let's go down a little bit, sir. Now, I want to show us this. America is not designed for workers. America is not designed for what? For workers. It's designed for entrepreneurs and investors. Very important. A worker is somebody who has a job. You got a job that you're working with. Is that clear, sir? You got a job that you go every day. You put in your 8 hours, 9 hours. Some people even do overtime. You cannot succeed living in this country having a job. Is that clear? I say this without apology. I think I've been here for like some years. Sir, you can't be going and getting paid per hour with like you'll be successful. I want to pause a little bit as my mentor can talk.
So the thing is, you guys, yeah, it's up there, perfect. So the big thing about this is most people, 95% of the population lives on the left side of the quadrant. So this is taken from Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant. He's written like 7 books. They all say the same thing. He just retitles them. That's his multiple streams of income. He just resells the same info. So, but it talks about 95% of the people, but only 5% of the world's revenue is on the left-hand side of the quadrant. Employee and self-employed. And if you are a salesperson, I can't think of a better place to be a self-employed salesperson than here at the Alliance. With our systems, our infrastructure, and we're going to talk more about why the Alliance is the preeminent opportunity in the country. But if all you're doing is the sales side of things, then what you've done is you have still kept yourself on the left side of the quadrant. You're just a self-employed salesperson. Okay? So if you're going to do sales, might as well do it here. We're not against it. If that's what your passion is, if that's what your dream is, if that's what your goals are, then keep going after it. We're not down on that. But understand you're still trading hours for dollars because there's only so many hours in a week. There's only so many sales you can make in a week before you just run out of time. And then you have to start all over again next week. So you have not leveraged anything in terms of your time and the opportunity. And that's what most people get stuck on. And that's why it's so important to focus more on the recruiting side. Not more, but as much on the recruiting side to actually build that organization so that you can be part of that B quadrant, the business owner quadrant, where you're now working where the 95% of the wealth is. And you're only competing against 5% of the people. Which do you think is easier? Competing against 5% of the people for 95% of the wealth, or competing against 95% of the people for 5% of the wealth? The law of numbers tells you it's easier. There's no competition at the top, but you got to be willing to trade some of that security and some of that comfort zone for that opportunity. So Jeremiah, if you would, talk more about the B side of the quadrant and how to actually be a business owner.
You know, if you get a license and you begin to put in some work here, you own a business. Aware of that? Very important. Just like I said before, this country, for you to be successful here, you either have a business or you're an investor. If you have a business, you're building a system. Like what Andy Albright is doing now is a system that brought me here and the system brought you here. He can be sleeping and getting paid. You can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. Very important when you have a business. Your business, as you put in your time to invest in that business, build that business, the business is strong, the structure is producing. The structure will be working for you. But if you look at the investors, what do? They leverage their money to work for them. The investors put in their money, they leverage their money to get more money. But the business will leverage people, will build a system, leverage people, and will get paid through them. You mean say I don't have money to invest, but you can have a license. That license, you have started your business. And sir, to start this business is very easy. It's cheap. You don't have to have $1,000 to even start this one. How much is Excel solution? You just buy
$50.
$50. And then somebody sit down and write exams, and then they buy E&O, and then anti-money laundering, and they have a business already. And then thousands of dollars keep coming every week. See, when you live here, I want you to pay attention to this business. It's going to change your life. It will do something for you that you have never experienced before in your life. So you may want to say something.
So let me give you a mathematical situation here. Let's say I'm motivated, I'm passionate, I'm willing to work 80 to 100 hours a week. But it's all in the S quadrant. If I get into a car accident and I can't work for 6 months, if I get the Rona and I got to quarantine myself for 2 weeks, what happened to all of my income? All of my income, that 100 hours a week dropped to zero overnight, which means your income also dropped to zero overnight. Now, don't get me wrong. As we're talking about this, sales is where your upfront money is. So we're not discouraging any. If you need the cash flow, you need to get really good at the sales side, because that's where your immediate cash flow is going to come from. But as you start getting stable with the cash flow and you have excess, that's where you start taking time away from sales and start putting it into the building side. Because here's the way it works. If you have, I'm going to use simple numbers. If you got 100 agents, heck, let's back it down. If you got 20 agents, because I know some people don't see 100 agents. I don't know why you don't see 100 agents. You should see 100 agents in your organization. You should see that this room is your organization.
That's right.
That's what you should see. But most people, we got to start where we are. You got to bloom where you're planted. So 20 agents working 20 hours a week. Everybody's part-time. You don't have any full-time agents. How many hours is your agency open? Your agency is open 400 hours a week. And what if one of your agents gets the Rona? Take out 20 hours. Your agency is still open 380 hours compared to the salesperson who's now down and out for 2 weeks. It's that leverage that you can't replace. It's that leverage that gives us the power. It's system-driven income, not self-driven income, which takes you out of the equation. I never wanted to be the magic in my organization. I almost want my organization to grow in spite of me, not because of me. And that's what this business can do. That's the systems and the infrastructure that Andy has set up for us. Do you have more to say about this, or ready to move on?
You have done justice to it.
Thank you. And justice shall be served.
Now, you may say, you know what, Jeremiah, I am a doctor, or I am an attorney, or I'm into real estate. You can still do this business. All right? I have a medical doctor here. Dr. Awa, are you here? I have a medical doctor here. Look at her here. She's in this business. I have even bank manager here in this business. So you can still be doing what you're doing while you grow here. This does not stop you. You can say, you know what? I'm in school. I know a lady that is she's into school of nursing, and she's making some thousands of dollars still schooling. So whatever thing you're doing is never a limitation or a barrier for you to do this business. And as you're doing the business, you got to be recruiting, just like we said. If not, you can still have a license and still be among the 95% that we're talking about. So have a license and put it to work and build. So the point here is, whatever thing you're doing, you can still get this license. Yeah. That's it, sir.
One of the things I've been most impressed with working with Jeremiah and watching his team grow is the quality and caliber of people that he's bringing onto the team. I don't know where some of I'm not going to point any fingers. This is me, have fallen into the trap of thinking they wouldn't be interested. I'm not going to talk to them. Whether it's the doctor, whether it's the business owner. I'm looking at Mike and a Noel Leventovich. And I know that's Aaron there, not Noel. But I mean, you talk about, these are college educated from some of the top universities. Mike went to one of the top engineering schools in the country. And it's just like, and then Alex Abian with a master's degree from the Air Force in economics. And I mean, I think of Patrick Connors, who's not here, but you know, Andy said you don't have to be an astrophysicist or something like that. Well, we have one. You know, he's a real rocket scientist, and we have doctors, and we have attorneys, and we have people who in the world have this status, and we think we just need to keep looking for sales guys and people already in finance and things like that. And what I love about what Jeremiah and his team have done is they've taken that idea that this business is for everybody and have run with it. And you think about it. My brother's a doctor. He's made a lot of money. He's been very successful. For the first time in his life, he's taken a trip for more than 7 days. He's 59 years old. His wife just turned 60. They went on a cruise. By the way, the same cruise Beth and I have been on like 3 times. They're over in Greece and best of the Mediterranean, and we've been there, done that, right, Mike? And it's just like, they don't have lifestyle. They may have status, but they don't have lifestyle. They don't live like Stephen and Holly Davies live. They don't live like Mike and Noel Leventovich live. They don't live like Andy Riddle lives. They sure as hell don't live like Andy and Jane Albright live. What are we afraid of in asking people who are already successful? Ask a busy person. Haven't we always heard that? Ask, you want something done right? Ask a busy person.
That's correct.
So let's look for the people who bring more to the table than just an insurance license from 14 years ago. Let's be bigger-minded and more aggressive on that. I love your team for that.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And just like you said, like I have Philomena here. She's like a nurse practitioner. And when I met her, I said, if you can make, if you want to do this, I know you're making money, but if you can do this and make extra money, you understand? You can just do this. No money is ever enough. Don't say that this person is making so much money. No money is ever enough. No matter how you have it, you always need it. So he said you can do this and just make extra income. That is the way to go, champions. Let's go. Let's go, dancer. All right. Now, I don't know, the choice is yours. Even the Bible says in Deuteronomy 30, verse 19, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. He said, therefore, choose life. The choice is before you. If you want to win, it's your choice. If you want to remain broke, it's your choice. For me, I can't be broke. And make that decision, have determination, pursue it, stay focused, stay on top of your game. Champions, you will break records. In Alliance, we will bring value here. If we make up our mind to run with this vision.
Choose abundance over scarcity. That's a mindset, but it is a choice, like he said.
Now, there are tested and proven principles that will help you to be successful as a recruiter. Very crucial. Number one, submit to a mentor. A mentor who is successful recruiter and building a strong insurance agency. Ask them questions, how they are doing it. You can't be asking questions and miss route. You get to a place you don't know where to go, and you see somebody, you can ask questions. Thank God for GPS. Before we used to drive, somebody would say, when you follow that road, I don't know about America because I came from Africa. And in Africa, but now we have the GPS too. So when you follow that road, you drive down to that side, you will see a big tree that side, you stop there, you ask questions. So when you find yourself like this, where you don't know what to do, like in the business, because sometimes you can be frustrated because of some setback and things like that. Maybe you're getting discouraged. If you have a mentor will always ask a question. Get a mentor. Some of us were in this business, we don't have mentor. Can I tell you something? This is my mentor right here. I disturb him a lot, day and night. I will send him questions. He will text back. Sometime around 1, I'll be texting him. And just like you said, your organization is open 24 hours. Thank you, sir.
24/7. And let me say this about be careful who you choose as your mentor. Okay, part of your job, Andy always said this, your job is to be a fruit inspector. Okay, you're checking the fruit on the tree. Okay, just because somebody hired you doesn't make them your mentor. There are some of you that were hired by somebody that was in the business a whole 16 hours longer than you. Okay, so that just your job is to find the person that you can build a relationship with that has the information that you need. Ultimately, we're all in part of Andy Albright's organization. Now, Andy doesn't have time to work with every single person individually here. But your job is to find the highest level person, and we have a chart called the levels chart that tells you, which person you should be talking to more often. The highest level person that you can get their time. That's who you should be asking the most questions of. Okay? And so sometimes we fall into the trap that, well, this guy hired me, therefore I have to. No, it's your business.
That's right.
You take ownership of it.
Thank you, sir. Now, number 2, show your cash flow to the prospect or the people you are trying to recruit to join the business, the alliance business. Show them your cash flow. There are people that I recruited them. It took me more than 2 months, some even 3 months. When I get paid, I will take a picture of it. And then I will send them and say, you know what? If you can do what I do, you can get the same money. Just imagine. Last week, this is what I got. This week, you see that. Another week like that. I think some of my agents here will tell you that it took us a while for them to join as they kept seeing my cash flow. That is the power that you need that will change your business. When you have, anytime you get paid, don't allow it go. Take a picture of it. The person that keep arguing, he said, look, see this one. I just got paid today. Yeah. Another day again, he said, I just got paid today. People will always, you can recruit them. There's nobody that sits in front of me that I cannot recruit. If you're arguing, we will go after. Thank God for Alliance. 3 times a week. I will wait. When I get paid, I will send it to you. Get paid, I send it to you. They are the one calling, so when can we talk?
Bill, can we borrow your latest commission statement and send that out?
Okay. Now, number 3, turn your clients that you wrote policy for to your business partners by recruiting them. Tell them, if you can get a license and do what I do, you can pay for your policy and keep the rest of the money in your bank account, or you can invest it. Now, when you write a policy or you write a policy for somebody, already there's trust. For someone to give you their information, you put in the system and they are willing to pay $500 or $1,000 or even $100 every month, they already trust you. So at that level, you say, you know what? Instead of paying this premium from your income, what about if you get a license and then you also do what I do, you can be paying your premium through the money you make here and also invest the rest or do whatever thing you want to do. If you want to go vacation, you want to do anything, do with it. I tell you, this one does not fail at all. And that's why most of the people, my mentor is here, he sees what I do. Most of my agents here are people that have already written policy for them. And they join so that as they make money also, they can handle their policy and invest the rest. And if they work, it will produce for them. So. Okay.
One thing I will say is this. Jeremiah is number 2 or 3 on the issue paid leaderboard. He's number 1 rookie. He's the number 1 rookie recruiter as well. And that's not by accident. It's because I've never seen anybody as good at turning a client. By the way, he writes a lot of high-end IULs. He's nothing wrong with writing the $40 a month final expense burial policy. But he's writing $1,000, $1,500 a month IULs because he's talking to quality high-end people. And he immediately turns those clients into licensed agents. And that is how he's building his organization. So, number 3 for Jeremiah and his organization is just critical for what they're doing. And it's very, very profitable. I get to see his commissions. It's working. I will say that.
Thank you, sir. Now, number 4, always stay motivated. When you stay motivated and always happy, you can attract people. When they come to you, you can now talk to them about what you do. The other day, I just parked my car. I was just excited, just moving, so excited. Some people bought something. I said, let me pay, so excited. Someone followed me out and said, why are you this happy? I said, look, if you know what I do, and if you do it, you'll be so excited. The guy would say, tell me now. I said, you know what? Let's do it tomorrow, just to make him yearn for it. Scarcity creates value. That's right. Yeah. So And now, the next day, he was the one texting me, let's do it. When I shared this, he said, I am all in. I'm all in. Recruited him. He's part of our business right now. So, always be happy. Sometimes you just, even if you're angry, just as you go out, be happy. Even military people don't look like that again. In those days, military, I don't know of the military in America. In Africa, if you see a military person coming, you have to run because they look like this. But now, our military, they also look happy. So what am I talking about? Always be happy. When you are happy, you are excited. Your face is always shining and happy. People will come. You will attract people easily. People that squeeze their face and always looking angry. You'll be chasing people that you would have recruited them. And even reading policies for them. Are you angry with yourself? Forgive yourself and then do a good business. Now, let's look at it. Things that motivated people do to stay motivated. Number one, motivated people ignore the negative voices in their lives, irrespective of where those voices comes from. Some people that you respect say, look, this business doesn't work. This thing, I have 3, 4, 5 people, their license, they kept it, it expired. It's not working. You got to tell the person and say, well, my own is working. I know someone say, I've been doing this business for 21 years, and I just left it because every time church back and all that. And I say, sir, my name is Jeremiah Adaki. Your name is different from me. So my own is going to work, and it's working. So silence all negative voices. Silence all negative voices, even though you can't go far. Somebody will tell you, oh, those business, all those things doesn't work, trying to discourage you. That's why when you stay motivated and you do what I'm telling you now, when we meet again the next convention, you will have a lot of breakthroughs in your business. Because what I'm telling you now, I didn't read it from book, it's experience. I'm telling you experiential knowledge. It's working. Now, number 2. Motivated people associate themselves with highly motivated people to stay motivated. Look, if you keep hanging around negative people, they will soon pull you to join them. Am I talking to somebody here? Even the Bible says, iron sharpeneth iron. What is iron doing with firewood? Yeah. You look for an iron. See, can I tell you something? This is my iron right here. Yeah, if there's something, I just call him. He jump on it. And we keep moving. Sometimes I will send text to the CEO. These are people that they are iron. They are succeeding. Stay motivated with people that are motivated. Don't go and meet somebody and say that, well, this thing, I don't think this thing will ever work. I don't think there's nothing that will not work. Everything is workable. Now, look at this. The next one, motivated people look for the positive things in others, unlike negative people who find fault in everything. There are people around you, they find fault in everything. You know, such people. At least, even if you have some team members, let me tell us, some of us here were leaders. You have some team members, they may not be perfect. See the area of their strength. Be looking at their strength and not their weakness. All right? Very important. Go on. Keep going. Okay. Motivated people celebrate the strength of others and not their weakness. Motivated people are learners. They keep learning and keep getting better. You have training is going on. Maybe you have your mentor do training. You're never in training. No training, nothing. Your own is just to go check things on Google. If you're writing the exam as an attorney, will you use Google? No. You have to study the law. So the same thing, keep learning from the best. Learn how this thing works. And you keep getting better, better, and better. Is that clear? Motivated people don't bother themselves about tough times because they know that tough times don't last. There will always be tough times, but guys, know that it does not last at all. the Bible didn't promise us, God did not promise us that there will be no challenges. He said, when you go through the fire, I will be with you. When you're walking through the valleys of the shadow of death, he said, I will be with you. So there must be what? Challenges. Your problem is not barrier. Your problem is distraction. Somebody will say, you know what, Jeremiah, this is the reason why I'm not succeeding. Romans chapter 2, verse 1 says, you have no excuse. Go and read it. You have no what excuse. You are not excusable. And if I can succeed, sir, anybody here can succeed. Do you know why? I have a barrier. My barrier is my accent. But I talk with people and I still close them. And you speak a very polished English and you can't close. Let's go. Let's go. Let me try to run up. Motivated people are always grateful with what they have and where they are. I am grateful. Sometimes I just say, Father, thank you. I'm grateful. For meeting Andy, I'm grateful. For meeting Adam Katz and the management here, I'm grateful. I have never seen anything like that before. I'm going down. I'll show us something about this. Very important. Be grateful. Even if you're getting paid with 1,000, stay motivated and be grateful with that. And that is how you keep growing. My first paycheck in the business, when I started, was $25. And I'm like, what? So for all this effort, for all this effort is just to come and get, we sat down and talked for hours trying to convince somebody and only to be paid $25. But now it's a different thing altogether.
The best place I've found to stay motivated is in the system. Andy wrote a book called The 8 Steps to Success. And steps number 3, 4, and 5. Listen to audio. Read every day from positive books. And attend all meetings. We're preaching to the choir here. You guys are here. But are there teammates that you left behind that didn't make it here? Could we have done a better job of promoting it? Could we have started earlier getting people committed to it? Could we have done some things to get more people around the team so that they stay positive also? And here's what we know. Winning hides a lot of flaws. And if everybody's motivated, everybody's acting positive, everybody's moving forward, then your business will just create a massive amount of momentum.
Thank you, sir. Let's go and push our team. Now, one of the things you need to do is to have adequate knowledge of what the company, which company? Alliance. What Alliance does. And adequate knowledge is a business word intelligence. You need to know about the company. Which company am I talking about? Alliance. Because the system here works better than anything. See, I have tried to visit some few places, but Alliance is a place to be. Because the system here is a good system. Now, how do you know about your company and become successful? Number 1, research about the company by yourself. About which company? Alliance. Every day I've done some research about Alliance. And I said, okay, this is good. Now, the next thing, ask your colleagues questions to know more about the company. I'm not just talking about any colleagues. The colleagues that you know, you're seeing their name in leaders board and things are happening. Not the one that will tell you, I'm not even sure of this thing. It's like, I'm not going to continue. Don't go and get such ones, but meet with those that you know they are winning and then ask questions. How are you winning here? I joined now. I want to know more about this, about the company. What can I do? And that's how you keep moving. Then the next thing, ask the CEO about the company, if possible. Yes. If you try to reach the CEO is available, he will be available. I know Andy Albright, very humble man. Now, who do you recruit for? Me, Jeremiah Adaki. I recruit for Alliance Integrity. And I will keep recruiting for Alliance Integrity. This is where I'm going to build my business. This is where I'm going to be because I'm happy being around this motivated system. Now, the question here, why should you choose Alliance above other companies? Is a question. Because our builder system does certain things that all those other companies don't do. I have researched very well. Number one, Alliance has great leadership that other companies don't have, that I've ever worked with. I'm not just saying. I have tried with them before I came here. This is not the place where I started with my license. At least I'm about roughly 3 years now in this business. So I know it. I work in that system. I saw it for myself. So Alliance has great leadership. I've never seen anywhere before. The leadership here, you can't compare it at all. If you think I am just running my mouth, try it and you will see. The leadership here is wonderful. I'm not a politician. I'm not campaigning for vote. But I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. The next thing that I wanted to know, Alliance is one of the fastest growing companies in the United States of America right now. Alliance is an attraction right now. The next thing, Alliance is well established and is one of the award-winning companies in the United States. Now, if you go to recruit people, get this thing we're talking about and tell them. Somebody sit down before you, they want to know why they will leave where they are or they will join Alliance. So you got to show them what Alliance is doing, that others builder systems are not doing. Now, the next thing that I've seen here, Alliance University. With Alliance University, you can learn a lot of things which can help you build your business at no cost. At what? At no cost. Which other company do not have? Some of you, you've been somewhere before. Did you, as you log into their system, do you see any university there? No. But Alliance, I don't know how the grace God has given to the leadership here, the way some things that they have here, I wonder how they got them. It's different. It's special. It's unique. And now, Alliance, I wanted to get this. In Alliance, we get paid 3 times a week, which other companies that I know don't pay like that. They pay maybe twice or some even once a week. But in Alliance, if you missed your paycheck, missed commission maybe Monday, wait for it, maybe Wednesday it will hit. If you miss Wednesday, wait for it Friday, it will hit. So you need to let these guys know that this is what is happening here. You can recruit them easily. Now, the next thing is, we have WordPress videos, live training, which will help you build your business. And other companies that I know don't have this. Live video, you log in, even if you don't know what to do, just log into the system and click those videos. They'll be showing you steps to follow. They'll be showing you everything to do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, then the President Club. With the President Club, you can register with little money and enjoy mentorship classes, which will blow your business. Now, let me round up here. Let me round up with this. We can't finish everything. Now,
guys, thank you so much. Go out there, sell, recruit, and build. Let's make it happen.